Hello, this is Coach Colleen with Teen-tastic Families. Today, we are going to be talking about trust. Now, trust is very much like respect, where if it's been broken, you have to earn it back. And so trust it goes both ways, right? So if a teen loses your trust by something they've done, you might also have lost their trust by something you've done. And so both ways, there's a bit of a process to gain that back. First of all, forgiveness. It needs to start with forgiveness, saying, I'm sorry, I let you down. And that looks different for different people, but you need to say the words. Okay, there is some natural trust. We should be able to trust, teens need to be able to trust their teachers, police, firefighters, parents. Of course, with parents, the teens really see our weak side as well. And so there's that challenge because they lose respect for the parents really easily. But trust is a little bit deeper. And so when, no, it depends, to earn it back, it depends on what you've done. Now, as a parent, if say you didn't pick up your teen on time, and it was left there, especially when they're 13, and they're just insecure yet, and they don't, it's not safe to wait around, or they're, they can feel traumatized. If they're not picked up at the right time when you gave your word. So it comes to that. It's about your word. And so in the future, you might need to show up early. You also might need to text even, 10 minutes ahead of time saying, hey, on my way, just to let them know that you haven't forgotten. And so you have to do this several times before they start trusting you again. Like even 7 times, if you want a number. It does take a lot to earn that back. And so it's just not like 2 times and now you're good. And so then it goes the other way too. If your teen does something, if they're doing drugs, or if they bring drugs in the home, and again, there's a difference. It's hard to monitor our teens outside of our house. And so that has to be a very much of a trust issue. For some of you, it's not a big deal. If your teen does drugs, you might do them yourself as a parent. And so you just don't want your teens to do it until they're 18, or whatever rules you have in your house. I'm not sure. I come from, my home was drug-free. I've never done drugs. I saw some horrific things happen to some people I knew, even as a teenager, and I wanted nothing to do with it because I wanted to keep my brains. So we're all at different places. And so, but to have drugs in your home, to have your teens, that's illegal. Okay, even for countries like Canada, where it's illegal after you're 18, it still is illegal for minors. And so there should be a no drugs policy in your home. No drugs, no paraphernalia, friends cannot bring it in. Seriously, no alcohol either. Your kids should not be partaking if they are minors. And so you need to, and in your home, you should have a more control. And so if you find the paraphernalia, break it. Yep, right there. You do not want them. I mean, then you're saying, well, then I'm forcing them to hide it. You know what? Then you're forcing them. But in your home, these are the rules. And so that's a good idea to have a zero tolerance for that and make some consequences accordingly. If it's something more simple, like chores not being done, then they need to start showing that they are doing the chores on time. For the drugs, it's like, okay, if you see, several weeks that they haven't had any drugs in the house, they have no paraphernalia, their friends aren't bringing it, and then they earn back the trust. With chores, it's, you know, are they doing the chores on time? It can take several, you know, weeks for that to be established, especially if you only do chores once a week, depending on the situation, right? So it does take time, and for them to show that they are making the effort. If you each have issues, let's say the parents didn't pick the kid up, but the kid doesn't do the chores, you know, so you know, the kid might say, well, you think you're so perfect, you know, you don't do, you forgot me, you know, and stuff. And so what you can say is, I will work on my stuff if you work on yours. And it actually can work quite good. It's just like, okay, let's make each other accountable. You know, okay, I'm getting to your, you know, school on time now, and so I'm doing my part. Now you need to do the chores, you know, that you know, and so it's making each other accountable. It's almost like a teamwork. It actually can work really well, just for building a good relationship, actually. So that can actually be a building block. And yeah, just make a pact to hold each other accountable. So it can be a good thing, but it does need to be earned, and it will take some time. And that's it, short and sweet today. My internet is kind of bad today, so I hope there's not too many glitches in this video. To get a hold of me, you can email me at teentasticfamilies@gmail.com. That's TEEN tastic, TASTIC. At gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe down below, hit the button and the notification button next to it. And that way you'll be notified next time I have a new video out, which is pretty much weekly. And so, yeah, if you're interested in me walking you through this information, and just walking through your teens, raising your teens, please contact me. And I have 2 90-day programs where I will walk you through some different steps in parenting. It's a great information and rules to live by, that you can parent your teens. And especially for those of you who are coming into the teen years, it can be a little bit scary. And I give you a great foundation. I took a course before my teens became teens, and it did a world of good. They're all solid adults, all married, and living successful lives. So it can be done. It can be done. You don't have to do it alone. Most of us, that's why it says it takes a village to raise a child. And so give me a shout. I'm also on Facebook. You can message me and let me know. We can do a free 45-minute strategy session, and we can find out if something's a fit for you. All right. We'll see you next time.